Today we're playing The Case of Dungeon Descent. This is another game from the creator of the Archives of Trevosa, which I hugely enjoyed and I know some of you did as well. And this is a game where we have to find a princess that has disappeared in a dungeon, inspired by games like Time Help, The Return of Obra Dinn, and Her Story, which are definitely titles I enjoyed. So I am excited to try this one out. So we're in a castle. Please, seer, you must help me discover what happened to the princess. She entered that deadly dungeon 3 days ago with her companion and never returned. You claim you can scry on past events. You should be able to tell me the princess' exact fate. First, prove your scrying works. I sent a party from the Adventurers Guild into the dungeon to find the princess, but they never emerged either. If you can accurately tell me what spell they cast before entering the dungeon, then I'll entrust you with discovering the princess's fate. The leader, Kara, is known for her magical belt of strength. You could start by scrying on traces of its magic. When you can answer my question, use the Record Fates button. Okay, so we can click on this belt of strength and collect it to our words section, and then we can use that to scry. A single scene involving belt of strength comes to focus. Reveal. Cobbled Camp. When the smoke clears, the marble floor of the underground hall is scorched dark. The surviving kobolds shriek with anger. A fireball in a bottle. Nice! We can collect fireball. That's what those nasty kobolds get for killing my friend. The warrior snorts, hefting her greatsword as the remaining kobolds fix their beady eyes on the party. Well, I'm glad you had a friend, Zill. At least for a little while. Very funny. Don't let down your guard, Kara. There are a lot left. No problem. Belt of strength. Orange runes on her belt flare to life as a surge of power fills her. With a yell, she charges into the center of the burned kobold camp, great sword swinging in a vicious arc. Okay, so we've discovered 2 out of the 6 scry targets. Because the kobold camp is also clickable. And we can collect the people too. Yeah, I'm just learning what we need to be doing. So we want to be collecting people and spells and like enemies, whatever is in that dungeon. So we know that someone was killed, but what we're looking for is what spell was cast before entering the dungeon. And so we know that someone had fireball in a bottle, and then Kara also used her belt of strength. But we can also use the fireball spell to do another scry. Okay, and then we get 3 separate things. You see glimpses of multiple scenes involving fireball. To reveal the details of a scene, add additional scry targets to identify exactly one scene. Okay, so this is where we put the people into the different pieces. So if we go to the previous scene, we know that this person called Zill cast that fireball in a bottle on the kobolds. So can that help us, right? So that's their portrait. And then the kobolds were also involved. And yes, that gives us a single scene involving the artificer, fireball, the kobold camp comes into focus. Yes, I expect that some monsters might have taken up residence here. Stand back, please. Kobolds are exactly the type of enemy my imbued golem was built for. The spell-engineered golem lumbers forward, meeting the kobolds, who snatch up makeshift weapons and dash forward to take on the intruders. That machine can land a punch. I'll give you that, Zill. But the golem is outnumbered. Kobolds leap at it and tear it at the metal and wiring that holds the stone body together. The blue runes that trace its limbs flicker and go dark. No! Sorry, Zill. I guess we're getting through this floor the old-fashioned way. She draws her great sword, but the artificer is faster, reaching for the vials at his belt and seizing an orb full of brilliant red. How's this one for old-fashioned way? Take this. Fireball. Okay, so this is the scene immediately preceding the next scene. So his friend that died was the golem that he's created. Okay, but this is still not them entering the dungeon, right? This is just them going through the kobold camp. And I assume we're looking for one that was cast directly before the dungeon entry. Okay, well, we do have Imbue now. So, and that gives us a single scene. Dungeon entrance, okay. That's what we're looking for, I think. I know you're excited, Kara. But you must be cautious. The dungeon is full of dangers. Tales tell of deathless lich lurking in the depths. Oh yeah? Let's just see how deathless it is once I'm done with it. Well, by definition, a lich is a creature that has used magical means to avoid death, so... Okay, just finish your stone man and so we can go in. The artificer's eyes shine behind his goggles as he bends close to the metal and stone creation on the ground. It's ready. Imbue. As he casts the spells, blue light sparks from his fingertip and courses along the golden stone skin. When it stands, it looms over the shorter party members. The warrior grins. Nice! Now let's go. We have a princess to rescue. Okay, and now we're ready to record the fates. So we have to go through more scenes than just one before we've got everything. Okay, so we know that the artificer, and I think his name is Zill, cast Imbue in the dungeon entrance. There we go. We can return to the castle to prove that we can do our job. So your scrying does work. My messenger confirmed your report that the artificer Zill used Imbue to create a golem outside the dungeon. Now I task you to discover what happened to my daughter, Princess Felicity. Here's a portrait of her. Please study it so you can target your scrying on her. In the portrait, Felicity wears an elaborate gown and an impatient smile. We can collect the king? No, we can't. If you scry on the dungeon, you will learn the fates of the other adventurers who ventured inside. Click the Records Fates button at any time to note their names and fates. Once you've discovered everyone's fates, we will speak again. Okay, so now we've got 10 separate people that we have to record fates for. So we have the people we know, the warrior, the paladin, and the artificer. And then we have to go, okay, we have to name them. So Kara is the warrior. And then we have killed, escaped, remains, and whodunit, and one location. Okay, so I thought we were gonna be doing like the spells the entire time, but no, that was just like the warm-up to the game. Now we're basically doing Obra Dinn style recording. Okay, well, we also know that the artificer names is Zill, so we can record that. I'm not sure we got a name for the paladin, because all the names are listed here. But yeah, I don't think that any of those were said. But we know that the princess is called Felicity, so we can also add that here. Okay, so if we scry on her, you see glimpses of multiple scenes involving the princess. To reveal the details of a scene, add additional scry targets to identify exact one scene. Yes, so we have to figure out a spell that was cast or someone else she may have been with. Like, did she meet the kobolds? She did. But there's also another person here. The arched ceilings of the hall echo with the chatter of kobolds as a wave of them rush towards the princess and the ranger, eager to defend their turf. There's a lot of them, but not to worry. Sword of the Sun. The runes on the sword blaze with golden power as she steps forward to meet the kobolds. Be careful. The princess's footwork is elegant, but she's trained to fight duels, and a mob of kobolds quickly surround her. A spear jabs into her leg, and she stumbles. No! Entangle! The ancient tile cracks as vines sprout from the floor, surging up to twine around the kobolds and hold them in place. It only takes a few moments for the princess to dispatch them with her glowing sword, her teeth gritted. So she's got injured, but whoever's with her managed to free her, right? So she didn't escape by herself. Someone is assisting her. I think it's gonna be good to take notes, like what did I use to uncover certain scenes, so I know like which combinations I haven't tried before. So can I try the princess and this person that she's with? No, okay, so they both go in the same slot, and so I can't have them both entered. I guess this is like a hero slot and this is an enemy slot, but I can try princess at the entrance maybe? So yeah, that gives us a single scene and we can focus. So at the entrance, the princess says, "Please allow me to say thank you, Wren. Father always dismissed the idea of me venturing to the dungeon, but you never did." Okay, so she's not been kidnapped or taken or anything like that. The princess just wanted to have an adventure. And her companion is called Wren, and they're the ranger. So we can record that here. "I know you are destined for great things, my lady, but there will be dangers ahead. Allow me to cast Protect to shield you." Yeah, I know, monsters, traps, even this evil lich that they tell tales about. But I've been training since I first heard Father's stories, and I have you by my side. Save your Protect for a time we really need it. Very well. Don't look so grim, Wren. This is my chance to follow in Father's footsteps, to find the artifact and then return triumphant. Now that reminds me, before we go, Accept my offering, Arcane Amulet. Power passes from her hands through the inscribed runes, building in the gem of the amulet's center until it shines with a steady purple light. Okay, so she gives it to Wren, which means probably we can at some point see Wren with the Arcane Amulet. Okay, but there are 2 scenes about it. And even though we've already seen the first scene, we still can't focus on the second one until we've done it fully. Like, we can see glimpses of things, so we can see Wren fully here, and then, like, is this still the princess? It kind of does look like her here. But since we can't have both of them in a single thing, there is a location or an enemy here that we have to uncover in order to place it. If we just drop the amulet in, there are more scenes, and we can see that this is different people, right? Because we know that this is Princess and Wren on those 2 scenes at the bottom. So, like, I'm not sure how much am I supposed to be able to deduce from the little bits, right? Like, could I add this guy? Because I think his helmet kind of looks like what I'm seeing in this scene, and then scry? No, the paladin and the amulet do nothing. Okay, but I guess what I can be doing is, like, take one person, scry on them, and then see, you know, they have this many scenes, see if I can see any details that I can add to it. Kara presumably has her belt of strength in places, but that happens at the Goblin Camp. So she says, don't cast the Protect now, let's save it for when it really matters. So can we do Wren and Protect spell? And yes, that reveals a scene. And there's a dragon's lair, okay. The dragon's cavern is filled with crags of fallen rock and piles of treasures, but the princess and the ranger can't seem to find cover from the searing blast of dragon fire. You lied to me, my lady. Whatever happens, you must reach that far passage. Answer me, why hide your identity from me and father? What else are you hiding? Okay, there is some sort of secrets and drama happening, even though, yes, the dragon's attacking them, so not the time for the argument. Her voice rises. The dragon's neck whips towards her, and it lunges at her with its fanged mouth open. Ah! Protect! Green energy streams from the ranger's outstretched hand to form a barrier around the princess, blocking the dragon's bite. The dragon rears back, snarling. All I want to do is serve you, my lady. I swore an oath. Before she can finish, the dragon snarls and snaps at them again. Its jaws close around the ranger's, fangs piercing her cloak. Hot breath billowing around her. Wren! Oh, by all the gods, why did I use my arcane amulet at the underground lake? Okay, that will lead us to the next scene, but we can also say that Wren was killed in the dungeon by a dragon in the dragon's lair. Indeed, that's what happened to them. So that's our first person's fate locked in. So yes, I'm definitely seeing those links where it's like, yes, it's a little bit of Obra Dinn with trying to figure out how people died, but then it's a little bit of the type hell situation of like, yes, what's our next location with and who was there and what time, or in this case we don't have really time, but we have with what spells or artifacts were they there with. So that's quite fun. So here they say she used up the arcane amulet at the underground lake. Okay, so that's the glimpse I saw, and it was indeed her holding the amulet, but I needed the location to uncover this. The princess looks out across the vast underground lake, which shimmers with an eerie bioluminescence glow. I could freeze the water, but I don't think I have enough power to cover the entire lake. What of your mother's? That is your amulet. Okay, something slipped, that they know something they maybe shouldn't have known. Yeah, the princess is like, I apologize. Don't. It's a little silly of us to avoid mentioning her, isn't it? I mean, she's why I'm here. That aside, excellent idea. Serve me now. Arcane amulet. The purple glow of power spirals up from the amulet into the princess's chest. She gasps and blinks violet eyes. That worked. I think I can freeze. Okay, so it like makes their magic stronger. Ice crystal bursts from her outstretched hands and skate along the water, drawing a glittering path across the lake. The adventurers move carefully across, looking around at the glowing water. That deep blue, it's beautiful. Felicity, you ask if I've been here before. I have. It was long time ago and measured by your human lifespan, at least. Okay, so they're not even human. And they've been alive a very long time, and that may be whatever that discussion needs about them to like, you lied to me. But she's cast freeze. So can we do Princess and freeze? No, okay, that just leads us back here. There aren't other scenes where she uses this. We can also do things like our other adventurers that are following them at the locations they're at, right? So Kara at the lake. And yes, they do eventually appear here. The remaining party members float across the dark underground lake using a wooden door wrenched from its hinges as a raft. Neither speaks, and for a long time the only sound is the gentle lapping of water. The way it says the remaining party members sounds like Zill is dead then. But yes. Here, the paladin, whose name I don't know yet, says, look. To their left, a ridged fin cuts through the water. Just under the surface is a shadow as large as the door. Well, that looks friendly. Reveal yourself to the divine scribed Smite. A missile of white light cuts through the water to plunge into the shadowy shape, and it sinks back into the depths. I hope they're really gone, since your smite didn't slow that thing in the trapped shrine down in the slightest. Kara? Yeah, okay, she's like, you failed us before. But that then leads us to the paladin and smite in the shrine. Here, Zill is still alive. Interesting. I don't see any signs of imbue on those statues. I think they're purely mechanical traps. It's impressive, actually. More like annoying. Wait, that's not a statue. The figure prowling towards the party makes no attempt to avoid the traps that fill the room. There's a metallic shriek as the blade spins out from the wall, but no blood spills when it cuts flesh. By the divine scribe, that's no living person. It's a revenant. Its skin is grey, and its head malformed as if dented by a massive blow. But there's something alive in the pitch-black glow of its eyes and the rapid tilt of its head as it considers the party. Run away. Or die. Begone, evil creature. Smite. White light sears towards the revenant, but it dodges backwards with startling agility. Did you get it? Where is it? I can't see it in the shadows. Quick, Zill, do you have another one of those light thingies you used earlier? Okay, that gets us another spell and a reference to Zill using that. But yes, here the paladin failed to smite this revenant away, which we can also add to our collection. So then we can go like, did Princess come to the shrine? Yes, she did. Ooh, these statues are very striking. The ranger seizes the prince's arm and pulls her back, just as the marble statue springs to life and brings sword down with deadly finality. Yes, they're very striking. They like strike you down. Oh, striking indeed. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for. Follow me, my lady, and step only where I step. The ranger's soft footfalls lead them across the room, dodging the spots guarded by statues or hiding spikes or pits. You're good at this. Have you been here before? No answer. Wait, you've been to the dungeon before, Wren? You never told me. Why is it a secret? The ranger's gaze snapped back to the princess. At the same moment, an arrow shoots from the mouth of a snake statue and slams into the ranger's side before she can dodge. Now is not the time for revelations, my lady. Wren, oh, you're bleeding. Let me heal. Okay, I assume that's the next scene then. Like the princess uses heal. That gives 3 scenes, but this is still in that shrine. Oh, but that just takes us back to the same scene. It's not like it goes, and then in the next scene, she's healing. No, it's actually this specific scene. Okay, well, we can go back to the adventurers then, and eventually they got to the dragon's lair, right? Okay, they did, but there are 2 scenes there, at least for Kara. I don't think the artificer made it, yeah. They died before they get there. And the paladin, yeah, that's the same 2 scenes I think that Kara's in, but we're gonna have to figure out therefore what spells are cast. How many scenes does this revenant potentially have? Oh, okay, they have a lot. Presumably because they were an actual live person and they went around the dungeon. And then, yeah, they die and become undead. Interesting. So can we try them at the various locations we've discovered so far? Oh, it's the rogue. A single scene involving the rogue at the dungeon entrance comes into focus. Bullseye. Okay, this is like a whole nother party. We have this guy with the spiky hair and this person that's holding the amulet. Okay, so is that like the mother of the princess? Right, because there was talk about her having the amulet. And that means Wren is potentially one of those people here? Because then they would have the prior knowledge of the mother and you know, they've been to the dungeon before. So yeah, the rogue says, ha, Bullseye. Stop throwing knives at trees and just be patient, Vane. Lily has to charge her amulet. Okay, so Vane is the rogue. And then Lily is this person with the amulet, the mage. She says, now accept my offering, arcane amulet. She holds the amulet in both hands and sends magical power swirling into it. Beside her, the knight pauses, polishing the sword of the sun to watch the glow build in the purple gem. So we also have the knight. Okay, that's the guy with the spike here, and the familiar is also part of this investigation. So that means we now have everyone's portrait. And then Vane the rogue says, Caspian just wants everyone to admire the fancy gift he got Lily. Mariel and I are feeling very left out, Cass. And then they just say nothing. Oh, but it really is fantastic. It concentrates magics to up to 3 times its potency. It would be great to have if we have to face a big obstacle. Like a lich, you mean? Exactly, the tales say the lich is powerful. But that means the artifact it's guarding must be powerful too. If anyone can reach the bottom of the dungeon, defeat the lich, and capture the artifact, it's us. Okay, so we get extra name. We have Caspian and we have Mariel. Caspian must be the warrior then, because basically he tells people to shush while she charges the amulet, right? So it's like, oh yeah, he just wants us to watch. So Caspian here. And then he says, Mariel and I are feeling very left out, and the druid person is just like, I'm not saying anything, so that's probably Mariel. Okay, so we still need the name for the paladin and the name for the familial. Okay, but then that means they all probably were also at the kobold camp. Yes. We're going to need some firepower against these kobolds. Can you do the honors, Lily? Oh, but they're kind of cute. Look, that one is using an old pan as a weapon. Cute. They're trying to kill us. Let's kill them back, please. He has to shout to be heard over the ferocious yipping of the dozens of kobolds and the howling that the druid's wolf is doing in return. The knight draws his rune-inscribed sword and activates it with a shout. Sword of the Sun. Let's go, Lils. Now, stay back, Luna. The wolf ducks out of the way as the mage raises her staff, her free hand moving through the intricate series of spell signs. Fireball! Okay, so she also cast Fireball at the kobold camp. But what that gives us is that the familiar is called Luna. What happens to the poor doggy? I hope they're okay. And then potentially if we take Vane to the shrine, they might die there? Although I think they had a lot more scenes when I tried them, just them, so... Okay, they did go there, but that's not enough information. Like, they were there once alive, that we haven't discovered, and the scene where they're dead with our search party, but there's clearly another scene where they're there. Possibly with the princess then? But I've already had this scene with the princess here, and that's not when that happens. So actually not. I think the scenes are colored differently based on which timeline we're in. Because the princess scenes, they're all like kind of pink and purple. Then the search party scenes, they're just sort of greenish gray. And then this party timeline is orange, so we can actually get info of when a scene we're missing was happening based on the color. So that's useful to know as well. Okay, so we've seen them at the entrance, we've seen them at the kobold camp, and we've seen them at the shrine, well, when they're alive and dead. Maybe if we switch for another party member and go to the shrine, they have a single scene in this timeline because they don't come back here as the undead. So yes, they're all in the trapped shrine. Come on, slowpokes. This isn't that hard. Show off. Forgive us for being careful in a room full of deadly traps. I wonder what the statues with the sphere does. Let's see. Haha, looks like a nice little bolt of lightning. I'll just dodge that. This is a dungeon, not a game. Don't get carried away or someone will entangle. Vines burst from the ground and drop around the sword that was about to slice into the rogue's head. Someone will get hurt. The flat tone of the druid's voice makes the rogue look back, and his smirk fades. Sorry, Mariel. Okay, that at least confirms, yeah, that's the druid's name. And yes, the rogue was being very show-offy and all that, so potentially didn't end well for them. Presumably the party also made it to the lake. Okay, they made it there, and they're there twice, once with that weird fin monster. Does everyone get 2 scenes there? Yes, okay, they're all there together. The only thing I can see is that she looks like she's holding something at least once, so it might be the amulet again. Yeah. The lake claps slightly at the mossy stone the landing party is standing on, then stretches out in the vast sparkling expanse. On the far shore, a passageway leads deeper into the dungeon. Look at that deep blue. It's beautiful. It is. It's also very big. What do you have for us, Lily? The easiest would be... Yes. Oh, I think I need my amulet for this one. Serve me now, arcane amulet. The silver amulet around her neck sends out power in a bolt of light, surging into the mage until her eyes grow purple. Everyone hold hands, and now, fly! The party starts to soar over the lake. An eerie glow shines from the shifting water below. Please stay focused, Lils. We're depending on you. Scared, Cass? Just make sure to protect me if there's any trouble. Or we're all going down. Okay, so that's them going over the lake. And then they meet the dragon. Again, there are 2 scenes. However, on the second scenes, it looked like someone has used Entangle on the dragon because there are vines on it. I am not sure if this is the intended way to play the game, like just being like, oh, I think that spell, but it works for me. And yes, that gives us a scene. The dragon has thick crimson scales, huge jaws full of teeth, and a sinus neck that swipes from side to side, snapping at the party and shooting out jets of flame. Ugh, there is no way I can find a weak spot with it thrashing around like that. Caspian? Plan? Magic? Dragons resist magic. A spell is as likely to hurt it as my arrows. So, not at all? The mage peeks at the dragon from the corner she's taken refuge in. Magic can't hurt it, but it can still affect it, right? What are you thinking? Mariel, your entangle is always strong. Can you cast that? I'm going to try freeze. Very well. Entangle. Okay, so they do the entangle and then she also casts freeze, so let's try that. Hair and freeze in the dragon's lair. Okay, it's bringing us to the same thing. I was thinking like, oh, she's just saying she's gonna freeze and then uses that in another scene, but no, I guess it's all happening here. Because then presumably that person and freeze, yeah, brings us to the same scene. So it's all like, you can mix and match the answers as long as it all happened there. So I guess that gives me all the locations I have so far with the different parties, right? Like there are sometimes duplicate scenes in the same locations that I wouldn't have seen, but it covers those 5. Now we have to find more places. So the princess is our, of course, main focus, trying to find out what happened to her, but it's not gonna be as easy, right? We don't know where she goes after the dragon's lair, though the split of background, again, I've seen it for the partials for the other characters. And then there's also those other scenes here that we can't really tell where they are. There is no detail here. We know that the artificer dies, right? Earlier on, because they get to the lake without him, and it looks like he dies at the shrine after they met the undead rogue. So we have to figure out what could have been cast there. I mean, we can also be trying like the different people with the different either spells that we know they're able to use or items that they have, right? We know Lily from the original party, who might be Felicity's mother, right? Because the amulet is supposed to belong to her mother. So yeah, she's got the arcane amulet, but that's all the scenes that she uses it in. And then the princess, we also have both the scenes where she uses them. We know that Kara has the belt of strength, but it only comes up at the kobold camp. And we know the artificer, he casts imbue for his golem, but that only comes up once. Then the sword of the sun, it's the warrior, Caspian. Okay, so there is another one where he uses it, and this looks like it's the treasure pile from the dragon. So if we add the dragon's lair, yes, that's a new scene. That should hold the dragon for a moment. What now? Let's not wait for it to get free. Let's take some of its treasure and go. Okay, so that's after, yeah, they cast the vines and freeze on it to at least stop it for a little bit. No, we're so close to the artifact. We can't run away now. The dragon growls, glaring at the party, and it struggles against the shimmering layer of ice and cocoon of vines that hold it immobile. It might be run away or die, Cass. But the Lich artifact, if it can save lives, it's worth it. Lily's right, we need to try. Sword of the Sun, serve me now as you serve my forefathers. His blade glows with a brilliant golden light as he charges at the dragon, leaps forward and plunges the shining blade into the dragon's throat. Flame erupts from the wound, scalding the knight. The ice melts into nothing and the dragon rears up, its roaring vibrating the cavern, its gaze fixed on the knight. Caspian, no! Oh dear! I'll have to... Quake! New spell. Everyone take cover. The rocks! Ah! Vane! I can't get over there! We have to get out of here. Idiots. We should have run. Okay, so they got a little bit too brave with the dragon and now they're in trouble. She casts Quake, but again, this will likely just bring us back to here. But, I mean, currently I'm going with like, hey, well, I know this person does this, so can we use that? But presumably other people can cast the same spells at different times. So I think I may have now seen, yeah, everyone at the different locations I have. No, I'm still missing some bits in the Trapped Shrine from the search parties of the most recent events. And then I have the original party, something happens at the lake. And then the current search party, more things happen at the dragon. Because actually I haven't seen them there at all. So I can try just one of them there. No, but I have to figure out what either Kara or the paladin did. I mean, it looks, that second scene looks like he is casting a spell, and it looks like it's some sort of rocks, so it might be Quake. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm having to like figure out what the spells are as well. The piles of treasure shimmer with heat and slide beneath the hero's feet as they try to dodge the dragon's snapping jaws and burst of flame. Ah, this is useless. No point in using my belt of strength if my blade can't get through its scales. Are you out of magic already? I'm low, and none of my spells are powerful enough to hurt it on their own. We can't turn back now. We need to find Princess Felicity, so figure something out. Those cracks in the ceiling. Kara, when I say, run to that far corner. Why? Now, Quake. Okay, so that was their solution to this. But it looks like that scene where they use Quake might be their last one, right? Because we can basically see people's timeline, then additional rooms before the lake. And then, yes, they only make it as far as the dragon. But we know that she makes it further. Yeah, she survives whatever happens and then still makes it a little bit further in. But I don't know the name of those locations, right? Because I know this is the same with the princess. She makes it here, and then, yes, the protect is cast on her, and she makes it to 2 more locations after. But from that, can we say how the paladin died? I don't have their name yet. I don't know, I may have missed it somewhere, but we should be able to say that the paladin... There might be Bramek just because there aren't any other names left, but yes, I'm like, I haven't seen that anywhere. But yes, they were killed by a cave-in? Like, because I assume they cast Quake and then the rocks fall from the ceiling and bury them in the dragon's lair. But yes, I don't have their names, so can't confirm. How does the artificer die? Because it looks like they're still in the shrine room. But they don't cast Imbue. Yeah, they cast something else there. Something that we may not have. I mean, we know that they're able to cast a fireball using a bottle, but that's not it. So it might be something we just don't have yet as a combination. I don't know. It doesn't feel right that I would just be like, this person plus this thing plus this location, right? That just feels like we're not deducing anything, we're just guessing. Like, having a look at their timeline and trying to figure something out, that's one thing, but just randomly adding things feels like guesswork. If we do him in the shrine, can we see more of this picture? I mean, we can see that he's in it. So yeah, maybe the other people in the party, like, can we see other bits of it? She's here 3 times. She's got a sword with her, but it's not the same sword as the other guy had, right? Let's just reread this scene. Yeah, it just says it's a great sword, so it's not the same as the Sword of the Sun. But yeah, she's there. The Artificer is there. The Paladin is there. It almost looked like they dropped their hammer after this scene. For some reason, their hammer drops, and then they're doing something weird, like their eyes are closed. But the Artificer only lives for 2 of those scenes, right? Them 2 both got 3 scenes, but the Artificer, like, he reaches out to the Revenant and then he's dead. So if we look at Wren's timeline, right? This is the scene where I said they are killed by the dragon, but they actually appear in another scene afterwards. And this looks like the room, yeah. The princess is in this room as well. So she might be trying to, like, heal them. We say, because we know that she can cast heal. The princess is casting heal. Okay, she casts it multiple times while they're traveling, and I don't know the name of this room. It looks like it has some sort of mushrooms in the background. So yeah, I guess she casts heal 3 separate times. But yes, that means without knowing the room, we will not be able to distinguish those 2 scenes. And I guess Wren is in those scenes every time. Yes, we can see them getting healed by the princess each time. But that means we need to know those room locations. So from the original party, it looks like it's the druid that lives the longest, because they are still in 2 scenes after the dragon encounter. Because the mage's story also ends there. So does the warrior and of course the rogue. They end up in that mushroom room, and then I guess they die, and then they return. So yeah, most of them die at the dragon, but the druid makes it to somewhere. I wonder if this is the same room as... Yeah, this looks like it might be... I know this is only like... It's pink and purple flat floor, but it does look like it's after the mushroom location. And so they end up in the same room as the princess. And then there's this whole argument with the princess where she's like, you didn't tell me about the thing, right? They know it's your mother's amulet. And yeah, I've been here before. It was a long time ago as measured by your human lifespan at least, right? So are they the druid? Because they also kind of look similar on their portrait. I know they're super low pixel, but they're basically the same color, and they're just wearing a cape here so we can't see their ear and whatever. And like, have they found whatever the artifact was and gained eternal life? I mean, but that would have to be something we can record. And we have was killed in, escaped from, or remains in the dungeon. I mean, if they lived forever and turned into another person, that would be escaped from. Although, what would the rest of that sentence be, right? Escaped from the dungeon by... We don't then have a word to express it. We may have to unlock that, maybe? I mean, I might be talking complete gibberish, right? They make it to the same room, but then we don't know what's in that room to say what happens to them. Okay, well, if we track this party, right, the mage, she can cast spells. She's the mage, right? So she casts the fireball at the kobold camp. Imbue is not her spell. She doesn't use the sword. Entangle is also not her spell. She might be able to cast Protect. Yes, she does. You mentioned Trouble Lily? A giant fish with razor-sharp fins and needle-toothed mouth makes a powerful leap towards the flying party. It barely misses them before plunging back into the water. Eep! I need to concentrate on fly or we'll fall. Let me get out my sword. No, don't let go of my hand. Stay calm, everyone. Protect! A green glow radiates out from the druid's hand and envelops the group just in time to block the monstrous fish as it leaps at them. They all let out a breath. Hey, nice one, Mariel. Okay, so Mariel is the one that casts Protect. The same as Wren later casts Protect. Again, like, you can learn spells, so that's not a proof of anything, but seems to be the same sort of magic. So yes, that's just an extra one to the scene of them flying over the lake. So we know she used the amulet because that was the other scene we got with her. And she's the one that casts Freeze on the dragon. Smite was someone else. That was the paladin, I think. Right, he casts Smite. He actually he casts Smite at the Revenant, but then he also casts Smite in a room we don't know. And then this looks back again like the dragon encounter, but it's It must be something else. Okay, back to the mage. Can she cast light? Ah, and she does that exactly once. And yes, this is the thing where I was like, it looks like there's a spider. Oh no! The wolfie! So we have the spider's cavern. Lily, fireball, whatever that thing was, now! No, you'll burn Luna! Oh dear, I can't see it all. I'll just light. Beep! The lights from the mage's staff glints in the many eyes of the huge spider overhead and illuminates the wolf that hangs limply from its claws. A heartbeat later, Mariel draws her bow and sinks an arrow into the spider's head, dropping into the ground. Oh no, is Luna okay? The spider moved so fast. That thing is creepy. Probably poisonous too. Oh dear, quick, Mariel. I'll try cure poison. Okay, so that's a new spell, and that's a new location, which means we can now go back and see the other parties in this room as well. But did Luna survive? Is she gonna be okay? And let's have a scry. Yes. The rescue party in the cavern. Ah, Kara, what happened? Light. Okay, they also cast light. He lobs a glowing marble into the darkness of the cavern. It shatters, and the flare of light reveals a hulking spider huddled on top of the warrior, pinning her to the ground. Oh, I hate spiders. Could I do a fireball, Bramek? Ah, there we go. The paladin's name is indeed Bramek, so we can try and confirm the fate. Yes, Bramek was killed in the dungeon by a cave-in in the dragon's lair. I never cast fireball, kid. I prefer the targeted power of the divine light of the holy scribe to turn aside evildoers. Yes, so there is definitely association between their class and what magic they would use. Okay, wonderful. Do that then, yes. And they cast Might a lot, because we've seen them multiple times. Oh no, Kara, did it bite you? I have a potion. No, it's okay. It didn't get its horrible mandibles into me. Ugh. Deep breaths, everyone. We're fine. Okay, so we know that the original party didn't get rid of the spider, or it had its spider children and they're still here. But yes, this location happens before the shrine, right? The artificer is still here, and they've not died yet. It also means we can now check the princess against this room. My lady, please, cast light as we enter. As you wish, Wren. Light. Again, if my theory is correct and Wren was from the other party, they already know that there's a potentially giant spider in this room. The spell chases all the shadows deep into a crevasse in the stone, leaving the cavern empty and still. Look at the stone. It says Luna. I wonder what this means. Oh no, Luna! She didn't make it. It's horrible. Oh, and this precious little jade carving. I wonder how that got down here. And yes, they remain silent. I'd expect something like this in the treasure room, not just sitting in a cave. Odd. Yes, this is where they buried Luna. The cure poison didn't work, and she was lost forever. And yes, again, if I'm right, this was Wren's familiar, right? So they might be feeling a certain way about it. But now we've got the treasure room, and it's after the kobold cavern and before the spider. So let's see what the princess was doing there. Oh, Wren, it's fine. You don't need to. Ow, you don't need to bandage it. I can just cast heal, see? Yeah, okay, so that's one of the instances of her casting heal. This treasure here is a mimic. Very well, my lady. As the blue glow of heal fades away along the princess's injury, she lets out a breath. Perhaps we should turn back after all. I don't want to make father worry. Have courage, my lady. Your fate lies ahead. Okay, so Wren is like encouraging her because they might know what happens when you get to the end of the dungeon, and they want her to experience that. Yes, you're right. The heroes of tales wouldn't give up. She offers the ranger a smile. The ranger nods her head in acknowledgement, her face shadowed by her hood. Now, I wonder if there's anything useful in any of those chests. I doubt that, my lady. Previous adventurers have likely taken anything of value. Ah yes, I'm sure you're right. Let's continue. They're like, yeah, don't touch the mimic. We can't be risking you getting eaten down here. But that means we should be able to see the original party down here. Yes. Yeah, this is before the spider, so Luna's still here. Poor baby. So much for Vane's famous agility. The smoke from Lily's fireball was in my eyes right when the kobold came at me, okay? Oh, Vane, just hold still. Heal. Hey, Mariel, what's Luna got there? I think something sinister is hiding in this chest. A mimic, perhaps. Oh, I always wanted to see if I could steal the treasure from a mimic without getting my arm bitten off, hopefully. Please be careful. After I just healed you. And they were getting brave. We can also just, yes, scry the room and see additional scenes, but yes, it looks like the only other scene is the current rescue party also going through the treasure room. Deep breaths and hold still now. Heal. Everyone needs to get healed. I love that tingly feeling. Thanks, Bramek. You know, I have potions that can heal injuries too. I've got all kinds. Save your potions for emergencies, kid. The small room is packed full of dusty containers. The artificer paws through them, keeping an eye out for anything that hasn't been picked over long ago. Signs of movement. I suspect this chest is actually a mimic. It might be guarding some treasure. Let's see. Did you hear what I just said about saving your... But the artificer has already pulled out a bottle shimmering with crystalline blue and decanted it over the chest. Freeze! Kara, can you kick it right there? At her forceful kick, the ice-covered chest springs open, showing the fangs and frozen tongue of the monster hidden inside. I don't see any treasure. I suppose someone else got here first. Okay. No one gets eaten by a mimic, because that's just too obvious. So they all survived this encounter. There more scene in the spider room? There is. Okay, so it is the original adventure party. They have another scene. Presumably after Luna dies or is poisoned, they try to cure poison in there. Okay, but that once again goes back to the first scene, because that's when they say that. So is the next scene where they bury her. I mean, do they try and cast heal in the room? No, they don't. So yes, we know they make her a little grave. I don't think we can express that right now, right? I don't have the grave as an object, and I don't know what spell would they cast for that. But I guess in that case, we can also just do the spells by themselves to see what scenes they were used in and see if we can see anything. Like here, it looks like it's the artificer lying on the ground while a fireball is being cast. But no, that just leads us back to the couple camp. So we may need that specific room and I don't recognize it. Okay, so we will need something else to get here. Imbue is literally only cast once. We have everything for the sword, everything for entangle, everything from protect. Okay, there is more smite, but this looks like this extra dragon scene, right? If I add that. Oh, but then it does actually reveal it. So the rescue party at the dragon's lair. The entire cavern shatters in the aftermath of the quake. So yeah, that's after they cast quake and brought the stones down. The cracks that were already in the ceiling split like fault lines, bringing down boulder-sized chunks of rock. The dragon shrieks. Praise the divine scribe. The beast is trapped. And so am I. Kara? Kara, are you alright? Bramek, I can't get to you. You go ahead, Kara. He's trapped with the wild-eyed dragon. As the cracks over her spread in grinding inches, water starts to trickle through. The drops hiss against the dragon's red-hot scales, and it lunges frantically at the paladin. Deep breaths, Bramek. Few are given the chance to end the dragon. In the name of the divine scribe, let it be written that Bramek did his best to destroy evil. Smite. The sizzling bolt burns through the dragon's battered scales, its spasms lurching towards him, and its fangs singing to him. They're both fallen still by the time a fresh cascade of rocks buries them. Okay, so I have it recorded as he's killed by a cave-in, and that was considered correct, but here it looks like the dragon gets him and then the cave-in happens on them, so maybe this game accepts both answers. Okay, but there's nothing new here. Anyone cast any more light? Okay. Someone casts light at the shrine? Or maybe this isn't the shrine location. Maybe I'm confusing it because it also has statues. But, oh no, it is. So yeah, a scene with light and trapped shrine. And yes, that's the scene where the artificer tries to deal with the revenant. Trust me, this will work. The traps in this room are as regular as clockwork. And after the revenant is impaled, Bramek can hit it with another smite. Be careful, Zil. That thing might be dead, but it seems pretty smart. But I'm smarter. Here we go. Light! He lobes a glowing marble into the shadowy corner where the revenant disappeared. The flare of light shows a flash of movement as the revenant tacks away. Not so fast. He throws another light spell in the revenant's path, blocking its escape. It turns nimbly and dashes directly at the artificer, but he dodges sideways, ducking under a spear thrust by a trap. Watch yourself, kid. Right, where I wanted you. Wait! The revenant unexpectedly spins to the side, and when the artificer flinches, a statue slices down with a massive sword. Zil! Kid! The revenant turns away from the artificer's crumpled body with a wicked smirk. The paladin is already charging forward, dropping his holy symbol to cast a spell with both hands. burn in hell demon. Okay, so Zill was feeling very confident, but instead got sliced down by a statue with a sword. Okay, so that's what we can record at his fate. So Zill was killed in the dungeon by a trap in the trapped shrine. Yes. Yeah, don't get too confident, right? You gotta be careful with those things. Oh, and also, yeah, Luna, as much as she's not a character we can use for scrying, she was killed by a spider in the spider's cavern. Okay, that's 4 down and 6 to go. So we need to figure out what happens with the other ones. I mean, can we say Vane remains in the dungeon because he's basically the revenant, right? Like he cannot leave. And I guess the shrine is the last time he's seen. He's just haunting the place. No, okay, so that's not correct. It might be because it doesn't count that he's the revenant now, so it might be that he was killed and we just have to say where that happened, right? Because he dies, well, he's not looking too hot in the mushroom room that I still have to find out what it is. And then it looks like he's in the same room as where the princess and the druid make it. Like this scene might actually be the same scene I see, yes, with the druid, and then the rogue is just slightly in front of them. So it's actually, it looks like those last scenes might be the druid trying to heal Vane, but he dies anyway, and then he turns into a ghost. Have I tried you with a heal? Oh, I did, but it happens more than once. And because you're in that other scene as well, yeah, it's gonna turn out exactly the same. So I know what it is in terms of people and spell, but without the name for the mushroom room, it's not gonna work. Okay, so I was going for the spell. I did the smite. We have all the light. We don't have all the heals, although yes, I can see this is the scene I was just describing, and the other one is the princess trying to heal Wren. So if we get the name of the mushroom room, that's 2 scenes I can get. Okay, so the other ones, I got everything, but we have Cure Poison in the mushroom room as well, being cast by, I think, Kara? Yes, and that gives a mushroom forest. Okay, well, I was waiting for that. The warrior paces between the gargantuan mushrooms that fill the narrow cavern, fist at her side. That idiot. What made him think that quake was a good idea? I'm not supposed to be the brains of the party here. Not that there's a party anymore, damn it! She aims a vicious kick at a mushroom which wobbles cheerily back and forth, dropping a thick drift of glowing spores. Achoo! Oops. I hope that wasn't poisonous. Okay, think, Kara. Zill was always talking about having a potion for everything, right? The artificer's belt of vials is stuffed into her bag. She pulls it out and peers at the labels. Aha! Cure poison. Okay, I think it's working. Phew, thanks, kid. Yes, good thing she's taken that. So she was able to survive with the potions, but yes, she's the last one remaining in the party. Okay, but as I was saying, if I can only get the mushroom room, then I can get the princess there. Yes, the princess and the ranger stumble into the glowing cavern along with a blast of hot air from the dragon's lair. The ranger leaves a trail of blood with each step. Okay, so they're not dead yet, even though I've recorded that they died from the dragon. My lady, please continue without me. Don't be silly, Wren. You'll be fine. Heal! The gentle blue pulse of the spell is almost invisible in the glow of the giant mushrooms. It knits together the ranger's smaller wounds, but the gashes left by the dragon's teeth refuse to close. The ranger's face is pale and she breathes and gasps. I don't know if I'm powerful enough to do this. If Mother were here, you must continue. Come with me. The Lich's artifact controls life and death, right? It can save you. No power can reverse death. Not even the Orb of Eternity. Okay, so that's what this artifact is called. But that's why we're here, my mother. Your fate is to save the world. You must continue onwards. She takes a rattling breath, closing her eyes. It's been an honor, my lady. Okay, but yes, Wren knows that it's not like it can reverse death or heal your wounds. It just gives you eternal life from like aging and dying, but not from injuries. Okay, well, before we move to the orb, we know also that the druid has made it into the mushroom forest. The druid, panting, lets the rogue fall to the ground under the glow of the giant mushrooms. His head is bloody from being battered by rocks, and he doesn't move. No! Heal! The blue glow of power floats over the rogue's body, doing nothing. He's already gone. The Orb of Eternity. If it truly has such power, then maybe it's worth whatever the cost will be. Okay, yeah. I guess that's how the rogue ends up as the Revenant, because it makes you undead, so you don't want to do that, right? Wren didn't want to end up like that. But yes, that means we can do them and the Orb of Eternity, and yeah, that takes us to that scene. Lich's chamber. It's you. Where is Lily? Okay, so the Lich, they know about Lily the mage. What? Who are you? How do you know her name? She was someone I knew a long time ago. I believe Lily and Caspian fled back the way we came, but please, you must help Vane. The Lich keeps its glowing eyes fixed on the druid. It doesn't even look at the crumpled form of Rogue on the ground between them. First, I must give you a critical quest. In 2 years, Lily and Caspian will have a child. When that child is grown, bring her here. What? Why? It is her fate to save the world. Okay, so not only is this Wren, but also Lily and Caspian are the king and queen. And that's how Wren then knows, oh, princess, you must save the world. How can I trust you? You wish me to bring this halfling back to life. If you swear on your heart's blood that you will bring me Lily's daughter, I will do as you ask. Very well, I swear. Then let it be so. Orb of Eternity. The rogue sits up. His skin is grey under the blood and dirt on his face, and his warm brown eyes will now shine pitch black. Run. No, what did you do? Fulfill your oath, my old friend. If you don't want this to be the fate of the entire world. Okay, but it doesn't seem like the princess is coming here for good reasons, right? They're basically being forced to trick her to coming here, but whatever this Lich Queen is. Well. Some evil ploy, but then we can say... So we know that Caspian, he escaped from the dungeon and became the king? Yes, and Lily also escaped and became the queen. There we go. So what do I do with Mariel, right? Because I guess they escaped. They don't remain. They left and were able to become Wren. There we go. Yeah, but then for Vane, like, they were killed. It's just, what do we say then? Yeah, his head is bloody from being battered by the rocks. So do we say that they died by the cave-in? Well, let's try it then. Was killed by a cave-in in the dragon's lair. Yeah, okay, that pops in. They were just then carried further and turned into the undead. And then that gives us, presumably Kara has made it into this room with the Orb of Eternity. Yes, she did. Answer me if you want to keep your head, Lich. Where is the princess? The princess is before you. The warrior shakes her head. In the dark and decrepit chamber, there's no sign of the young princess except for the royal family sword of the sun resting against the throne. Stop lying. She entered the dungeon 3 days ago. She must still be alive. I entered the dungeon 3 days ago, but also 3 millennia. The Orb of Eternity has allowed me to guard this dungeon for all these centuries. What? Listen, my whole party died. I need to do this for them. I need to rescue the princess. Observe a glimpse of my past if you don't believe me. Orb of Eternity. A swirling pane of darkness forms between them. Through the pane, the warrior sees not the ancient Lich, but the princess, as she used to be, young and hopeful. After a moment, the illusion fades. Your hair! But how? I wished to use the Orb of Eternity to see someone I lost, but I wasn't able to control its power. It sent me far back in time, and I had to become a Lich, so I would survive to today. Every person misses someone who's gone. Every hero wishes to reverse death. That's the temptation of the Orb of Eternity. But over the centuries, I learned the truth. Deathlessness is a curse. Death is the gift that allows us to enjoy our brief lives. After all, a story without an end is no story at all. Fine. Death is good, the orb is bad. I'll just destroy it. It can't be destroyed. As so long as it exists, mortals will be drawn to plunder the dungeon, seize it, and curse the world to deathlessness. It's my mission to prevent that, no matter what the cost. This sounds very noble of you, but if you've been here for all these years, haven't you already done enough? The king is waiting for you. Come back with me. I must protect the Orb of Eternity. And even if I could leave, the cavern above us has collapsed and flooded. There is no escape for either of us now. Okay, so the princess was the lich all along, and she needs to lure herself back into the chamber so that she continues being the lich, so that she can protect the orb from other people. Okay, so what happened to Kara then? Because after she sees that, that's the last scene she's in. There's another scene I'm missing with her in the shrine, but that means I can record her fate probably as she's just hanging out with the lich princess. But yeah, I assume if I do that, like, that will be the end. Yes, I have to record the princess as well as she became the lich. But yes, let's see about finishing all the scenes, because yes, what's she doing in this shrine here? Because this is also when the artificer dies, right? Because yeah, what's she doing in the shrine here after the artificer dies? Because he's already not in that scene yet, because he's dead. And yes, she's there with the paladin, so they're casting something, like some sort of spell to get the revenant actually out. Oh, I guess we can do the princess's last scene with the Orb of Eternity. I've been waiting for you, Felicity. The lich. And this must be the artifact, the one that can control death. This is the Orb of Eternity. It controls time. Death is just a function of time. And can it bring back those who are gone? Your mother wasted away from illness and has rested in the air for a year. Would you really like to awaken what remains of her? No, I thought... She covers her face with her hands. The lich is perfectly still. Finally, the princess looks up again, wrapping one hand around the arcane amulet that rests over her heart. The orb controls time. Then send me back. At least let me see her again, please. You wish to go back in time? Step closer and lay your hand upon the orb, and then invoke its power. Very well. Orb of Eternity. A wave of darkness pulses from the orb, reaching for the princess. It makes no noise as it swallows her. There's only the echoing clang of her crown and swords falling to the ground. Felicity, this is our fate. Okay, so she's basically looping in time and coming back to herself and getting eaten by the orb. So yeah, I'm also missing what happens in the spider room after Luna dies. Okay, well, the missing scene for the paladin and Kara. I know it happens in the shrine, right? But because 3 things happen there, I can't just use them and the room. Which means I have to add a spell. But what spell would they use? Because we know the paladin likes smiting. Well, we've seen her use spells from the little balls and potions that the artificer used to have. So we know that he has fireball in there. Actually, yes, if we look at fireball, yes, fireball is also missing from a scene. So it might be that. It might be like Kara with the fireball in the shrine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the paladin cast it. Fireball! The flames light up the entire passageway, throwing stark shadows from the statues against the walls. When the smoke clears, the revenant is just a smear of ash. The artificer's clothes are singed black and his form is motionless on the ground. The used-up glass of light bubbles scattered around him. Kill him, now! He's already gone. No, use your holy magic, that's your job. Nobody can bring the dead back to life, Kara. Not true life. No, it tricked him. He was supposed to be smarter. This isn't fair. The paladin kneels beside the body of the artificer, moving carefully to avoid the trap triggers. Deep breaths, Kara. Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here. We have the princess to rescue. Not yet. If we don't care for him now, he could end up like the revenant. He bows his head, sketching the symbols of his god in the air above the artificer's body. Lay to rest. Okay, so we even get a whole new spell. Oh, and that's probably what they use on Luna. Yeah. Okay, so lay to rest in the spider's cave. Okay, so it's like automated burrowing someone in a little grave. The druid kneels before the motionless form of her familiar, her head bowed. Oh no, was my cure poison too late? Yes, I'm afraid Luna is dead. Mariel, I'm sorry. But Mariel, the tales say that the Lich's artifact controls life and death. If we can get the artifact, this might not be goodbye. Luna is gone. There's no power that can reverse death. Please give me a moment. I will now lay to rest my beloved companion. After a moment, the rogue steps close and sets down a jade carving of a wolf. Hey, this was in the Mimic's treasure chest. I thought if you want, Luna could have it. Thank you, Vane. Yes, poor little doggy. But yes, that was the spell they used. I guess that's what the little grave was. It's the jade figurine. Okay, are those all the scenes then? Okay, yeah, looks like I've got everything. So the last thing to do is to say that Kara, I guess she's in the dungeon, in the Lich's chamber. Yes, that's the last place she went to when she's trapped in there. And Felicity remains in the dungeon, in the Lich's chamber, after becoming a Lich. There we go. We can return to the castle to tell the king what happened. Yeah, he doesn't really look like himself, right? Because he's the warrior. He's now got beard and everything, so it's not like we would have recognized him. My Felicity, living thousands of years as a Lich. She paid such a great cost to protect the Orb of Eternity from those who would misuse it. Back when we were young adventurers, Lillian and I wanted to save the world, and we thought a powerful artifact could do that. But searching for the Lich's artifact only led to losing our friends. Now Felicity is the one truly saving the world. But unless there's a way to reach the bottom floor of the dungeon, I've lost her too. I would change the ending of this particular tale if I could, but at least we know now the heroic sacrifice she made. Thank you, Seer, for telling me Felicity's story. The end. Hey, that was cute. That was cute. Little story with the 3 different timelines, and yes, us trying to figure out what happened in each room, so I can see where it takes the inspiration from the various games it names. Sometimes it felt like a bit guessy, right? Because it felt like I just had to go through every single person or every single spell and be like, oh, okay, so it happens in that room, and then maybe I can put it together, rather than like me finding it from the text. But maybe that's just part of the design, and I'm just careful from other games I played where I'm like, no, in those games you definitely don't just input things in and see what happens. So it might just be like, I'm expecting to play this kind of game. But yes, I like the little twists with, oh yeah, those people are actually that people, and they, you know, lived another life or are immortal or whatever else has happened. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Why does the end has a little question mark, but nothing happens when I press it? It's like the end, or maybe it's not. But apparently it's not the end. Apparently this question mark is meaningful. So there is a secret scene to find for a true ending. So we just have to figure out the combination. I mean, it might be something to do with the orb, right? Because yeah, there we go. There is an extra scene with their orb, and it is with the orange timeline. So we know that from the orange timeline, obviously, Mariel, who later becomes Wren, lives, but it's also Caspian, who's the king, and Lily, who's the queen, that they live, but they escape. But maybe they come back, maybe they see something here. Okay, she got nothing with the Lich's chamber. Oh, but he does. He comes and sees her. Father, I can't let anyone use the Orb of Eternity. Even you. Oh, Felicity, that's not why I'm here. I just wanted to see you. It was horrible when the seer told me what happened to you. Since then, my soldiers have been working to clear a path through the collapsed dungeon. I'm glad Kara can escape, and I missed you, but this is too dangerous. The orb must stay hidden away, or more adventurers will perish trying to seize it. Let it stay here then, when we head back to the castle. We can seal the entrance to the dungeon and post guards there, and then you won't have to worry. I can't. My existence depends on the power of the orb. Leaving the dungeon would be the end of me. Felicity, don't worry. I won't let this be the end of you. I'm stronger and wiser now than when I first ventured into this dungeon, and I have a whole kingdom supporting me. I'll do whatever it takes. If there's a way to destroy the orb and return you to yourself, I swear on my heart's blood that I will find it. Okay, so the extra we get is that he does find her eventually in the chamber, and he's gonna look for a way to free her from the orb. But now it is truly the end, so we don't get to find out if it ever worked or not. So, cute little bonus too. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon. on another adventure.